Cornel West just slammed Stephen A. Smith in an interview. That's right, Dr. Cornel West had to go back into his gangster proclivities and get gangsterfied on Stephen A. Smith for asking crazy questions. My name is Tim Black. If you're new to the channel and you are following Cornel West's run for the presidency in 2024, you want to subscribe and do it now. Turn on all notifications. I'm your guy. I'm covering this, and this is a pro Cornel West channel. Check this out, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of people like Stephen A. Smith throwing dirt on Cornel West. Oh, they're caping for the Republicans, they're caping for the Democrats, they're trying to play devil's advocate. Well, I don't know what it is. I thought Stephen A. Smith was more like apolitical. So we're going to run a clip of Stephen A. Smith going there on Brother West, and Brother West giving him the right there, Fred. All out of love. All out of love.
What about those who make the argument that you know good and well there's no way in hell you're going to win this election, and as a result, all you may serve to do is take votes away from Joe Biden, which ultimately gives votes to the Republican nominee? To that, Dr. Cornel West says what?
One is that we have to acknowledge that almost 40% of our fellow citizens do not vote at all. And over 2/3 of those who vote for third-party candidates say they would not even think about voting for either Democrat or Republican. So here you have a Democratic project going on. You're trying to reach people who are outside of the voting group to convince them to register and to vote, to raise their voices, to focus on poor and working people, to cut back on militarism abroad, to have some kind of accountability of the greed of the big companies and the big pharmaceutical entities and so forth. And you say, yes, there is an element of risk that a slice of those who would vote for me may have voted for Biden, but most of them wouldn't touch Biden with a 10-foot pole. Not at all. And, you know, history is unpredictable, though, brother. I'm not saying that I'm not giving up thinking I'm just looking for a small slice. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 15, 16 weeks. Trump may end up in jail. Biden may end up new candidates. Let's go to the debate stage. And let's see who actually has the strongest vision, the strongest argument, the strongest historical analysis as to how we get out of this mess. And if I get that chance, hey, brother.
It seems like everywhere that Brother West goes, you got to tell them the same story over and over again because they just don't get it. It's like they don't watch his content. Stephen A. Smith, man, 40% of Americans don't vote. Stop repeating these BS lines, man. Why can't the Democratic Party go get 40% of those people who don't vote, at least 10% of those people, or 5% of those people, to get off the couch, to get back involved in politics, or to, for the first time, vote? Because they can't do it because they don't say anything, they're not about anything, they're not moving anybody with their policies. People are detached for a reason, okay? That doesn't count the people that can't vote. I'm saying people that could vote, they're deciding that they don't want to vote because they don't believe in this party system. They don't believe in the choices. Frickin' fracker, Dumb and Dumber, Mean and Meaner, it's just not working for them. So they lost all faith in the system. They're like, screw the system. I make it how I make it. I'm going to get by how I get by. So if 40% of Americans don't vote, there's no reason why any candidate should ever be able to say, you took votes from me, so now I can't win because you took votes. When all they had to do was go excite people, because that's their job. Their job is to speak to the needs of the people and excite them and sell them on their ideas. That's what a candidate's supposed to do. Not sit back and whine about how they're not getting no love and how somebody else showed up. So now that person's their dancing partner. Now they got no one to dance with. This doesn't make sense. Go find another date. Yo, Biden's taking Cornel West's votes. Cornel's the brother in this. Maybe he's the one taking Cornel's votes. Get your paws, get your grubby hands, get your Strom Thurmond hands, get your pharmaceutical hands, get your bailing out of Wall Street hands, get your 3 strikes and out hands, your crooked crime bill hands, get rid of Medicare hands off of our votes. And for the record, 2/3 of people that vote for third parties said they would never, ever vote for a Republican or a Democrat. That's why they're voting third party, because they don't want a Republican or a Democrat. So if they had to choose and there was no third party, they'd write in Tim Black or they'd write in Stephen A. Smith. My God, brother, why are you falling for the banana in the tailpipe and going with the talking points of morons who want to keep the status quo going because they got a gravy train they trying to eat off of? Because they're looking for political advancement or career advancement within the political party structure. Stephen, hey, you smarter than this. We spend all our money fueling wars, trying to dominate the globe. What would happen if some candidate was elected who decided we're going to invest our money in our people? We're going to invest our money in removing homelessness and poverty, in school systems, instead of letting what's the tax base of the poorest neighborhoods be what fund the schools. Maybe the U.S. government can fund public schools, so then our kids will have better access to a proper education. They'd have the resources and the money to pay good teachers and the best teachers so they can have better outcomes for the students. What if we did that instead of bombing people into the Stone Age, all over their natural resources? What if we stopped trying to be the ruler of the world and just were better presidents in a country that took care of its people? We could do that. We don't have to try to dominate Earth. But that's just too much to ask. And we got people with huge platforms like Stephen A. Smith going along with the narrative. Am I overreacting? Was Stephen A. Smith playing devil's advocate? Because he sounded like a total, complete jackass in this video. I'm sorry. He sounded horrible. 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And it's not because they're buying diamonds and furs and Escalades and limousines. No, it's not because they threw all their money away in crypto. Because their bills outpace their earnings. That's all it is. Folks are not getting raises. Pay is not keeping up with the cost of living. Nearly 40% of Americans can't afford a $400 emergency. We're talking about grown-ass people with families who can't put together $400 if you said $400. If you could put together $400, I give you $5,000. They couldn't do it. They'd have to go and sell all their silverware and sell their TVs at the pawn shop in order to come up with the $400. Do you understand what I'm telling you? How many people know what I'm talking about? How many of you have been in situations where you just couldn't believe how broke you were? A friend needed some money and you couldn't give it to him because you really don't got it. That's America for a lot of folks. A lot of Americans are going through that right now. So you say, why Cornel West? Why Cornel West? Why Cornel West? Because money ain't adding up. The rent's too damn high. We blowing everybody to smithereens and it ain't benefiting us. We sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. Won't spend no money on our kids here at home. Not saying we don't care about Ukrainians, but what about some Americans? We say we love investment. We stepping over them at the metro station like they don't exist. We're talking about migrants, and we should do a better job with the migrant situation in New York and other cities. We should, because we destabilized most of Latin America. They put them in a position where they got to flee to go to a place safe because we had our hands in meddling in their country. Meanwhile, we got homeless at home. Same deal. We ain't taking care of them either. Last thing on this, man, and look. This is nothing personal, but you sound like a damn fool. You said Cornel West can't win. You know, people said the same thing about Obama. They said Obama couldn't win until he won. People said Trump couldn't win. Said Trump would never win. They were on TV laughing. Trump would never win. And then they all were crying. He won. Yeah, a lot of them was crying. Oh, pompous and arrogant, Trump will never win. It's impossible. Trump will never win. This guy can't win. Even Obama.
I'll leave it to you to speculate on how this whole race is going to go. I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. And the reason is because I have a lot of faith in the American people.
That's right. He said Trump didn't have a chance because he knows America. He believes in the American people. Shows how much he knows about the American people. So Stephen A. Smith, man, get your life right, sir. We doing this. Americans are tired of it. We ready for a new day. Hashtag, it's a new day. We're welcoming a new day. Folks, check out my video. My next video up, if you haven't seen it, it's my top 5 unmissable moments in the Breakfast Club interview with Cornel West. Guys, you got to check this out. It's an amazing video. I love it. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Not even Stephen A. Smith. Got the unmitigated gall to try to take our cornbread. All right. We are the Wolf Pack, and it is a new day.
Extra Innings are bonus segments from Tim Black's Black Table Show with the Blacks. That's Tim Black and the amazing Mrs. Black. For early access to Extra Innings, become a paid member of the Tim Black Show at jointimblack.com. Ain't nothing like the real thing. Baby, join today. See you there, Wolfpack.